Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco and Moon are here, and we are continuing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
Hold on a second. I wanted to see if I could go to... and then the other one was control. Was it this shift? This... Okay, never mind. I wanted to look at the things, but they won't let me look at the thing. It's fine. I'll live. I won't like it, but I'll live.
You'll live. I've been to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m.
Okay.
Oop, press.
Oop, I forgot. I forgot how to do this.
Hold it!
You had to check the supplies at that late hour? It must be tough being a cook.
Know the saying, a thirsty sailor would drink the old Mediterranean Sea?
No.
You plebeian. That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie.
She making those sayings up?
The incident occurred at 10:20 p.m., when Smiles was doing the rounds.
I see. Understood. And what happened in the cargo hold?
And I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys.
Hold it!
And this bizarre toy she was holding was none other than...
PC badger, was it? The girl held it in a tight grip like a seal holds its prey.
Are you certain it was the defendant?
It was kinda dark in that room, but... I swear on Neptune it was her. The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant.
Oh, you just ruined your own shit, didn't you?
No! Even if the room was poorly lit, there's no doubt she would recognize her assailant.
Spella was holding PC Badger. Did she intend to steal it? What did the witness do upon discovering the intruder?
She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe.
Hold it!
The defendant tried to escape.
She had nowhere to run, though, because she was at the far end of the room. I'm really good at catching chickens that try to run from the knife, so I caught her rapidamente. And when you caught her, things took a violent turn. Yeah, she was so small, you know, and I wouldn't think she had it in her. There was a steel pipe propped against the wall right next to her.
Was it the pipe from this picture?
Yeah. She picked it up and held it in both hands, and then... She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge.
Hold it!
You're sure it was the defendant that swung the pipe at you?
Objection!
We know it was the defendant because her fingerprints were found on the weapon. As you can see, she held the pipe with both hands, just as the witness stated.
But that's not a bat grip, you know? Not how you hold something in order to swing it. Bella's fingerprints. That's some hard evidence. But then again...
What is it, Nick?
There's something about those fingerprints.
Oh, it sounds like you're onto something, Nick.
Don't get too excited. It's just a hunch. These fingerprints don't look quite right to me for some reason. Actually, that's too... Isabella swung this pipe while holding it with both hands?
In any case, pray tell us what happened after the defendant took a swing at you. But she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes.
Hold it!
Do you remember the moment you were hit?
Sort of. It was dark, so I'm not exactly sure how it happened. You see, I'm clever with my fingers, but not that good at dodging steel pipes, so I got it.
You're positive there was no one else in the crime scene, or at the crime scene?
Yep. Ah, that cute guard suddenly walked in nonchalantly. Now that I think about it... the door suddenly opened and I turned toward it. That must be when I got hit, so it was his fault.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll have my revenge. They say my special spice blend is too strong for human consumption. I don't think you will ever be able to taste chocolate afterwards.
She says while smiling. Scary.
Johnny said he saw the moment Olivia was hit.
Yeah, and he didn't see anyone else in the room either. But he was also wearing his fucking sunglasses at night.
So when I came to the guard, I'd already captured that girl.
There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her testimony. Still.
Got any ideas, Nick?
This one piece of evidence has been on my mind. It's not something easy to see, but it feels out of place.
I didn't notice anything. I'd better take a second look at the court record.
Got nothing concrete, just a hunch. Go on, but should I present that? Oh, apparently you could do that on the DS. Cute. No. If I click this, I'll get in trouble, won't I? Or do I have a back button?
What? Wait, what? Click what?
I want to click present.
Oh, no, you won't get in trouble. You can hit back button.
Okay, let's see. So we've got crime scene photo, the torch, horn tag, newspaper, fingerprints photo. Let's see details on that. I don't know what this will do for me, but So, it looks like
It's weird.
it's the same
like,
hand.
Yeah, for me, like, I was having trouble with the thumb,
Mm-hmm.
like, cause it.
But no,
It's
it's this.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think your logic about it being held in a way that wouldn't make it easy to swing is right. Like, the
Yeah.
positioning, since it's all the way at the end. But I'm still just having trouble with this image, too. Like, there's something else that's wrong about it.
Well, like,
Because...
it looks like she held it.
Wait. Hmm.
If you were
Yeah.
holding it, like, there has to be 2 sets of fingerprints on here. Like, there's just no way, unless she had to re-pick up the pipe.
Well...
Because, like, they say that Espella's fingerprints are on here, and it's only hers.
Yes.
But, like, she either had to pick it up because she dropped it, or something, or...
Well, I think it's something else. And, like, I do remember this part of it, so I'm not gonna say it out. But I think, like, my problem is more on an artistic an artistic level. There's just something wrong about, like, I feel the thumb would be closer to where the rest of the fingers are.
Yeah.
Or should be. The thumbprint.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They just draw thumbprints weird. Hold on. Let me go back a second. Okay, so I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies past 10 p.m. Okay. And that girl hiding and clutching one of the Bizarro toys. Short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge. She hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her testimony. Still. Oh, this is just a repeat. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... I think the spot I would present it would be the pipe part, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Objection!
Oh?
Your Honor.
Oh, I guess that wasn't right.
Oh, fuck. Your Honor, what do you think of this testimony? Hmm? Whatever do you mean? This is clearly a contradiction, I think. Making a face like that does not make your objection any more credible, Mr. Wright. I'm not in a good mood today, so I shall punish the defense with an S with a penalty.
Oh, I guess it's the next one, because the next one is the one that actually talks about the swinging.
Ah. Hey, don't take it out on me. Okay. But this is where I do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Objection!
Okay, there we go. You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
Don't you threaten me with a good time. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe. However, there's a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Impossible!
That is most interesting. Well then, the defense with an S shall explain. What in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the testimony? Position of the fingerprints. Yeah, position, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor. Oh? The position. According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
That is precisely what she did.
Then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints she would have left, and she done just that. What are you getting at, Mr. Wright? Hold my hand like a 5-year-old. Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers. Indeed, there's no doubt about it. Now take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe. Goodness, the thumb. It's below the other fingers.
What?
That's right. Miss Aldente.
What is it?
How the defendant attacked you is described. The fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means something's not right with your testimony. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence. How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
No!
Miss Aldente, what do you have to say about this? Lobco! Lobco, no!
Lobco, no!
Coco, you gotta save your GF. You're just spinning her. Okay, we'll
He deserves
go on.
better.
Excuse me, Miss Aldente.
Know how to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato.
Ah?
You use a pinch of salt. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
I'm not following.
I remember it now. It was the other way around, not as you'd expect it.
Ah?
I'm sorry. I got a bit confused. You'd normally order a pipe like that. But she's so small, and the pipe is heavy. She held it the other way around.
That still doesn't work. The other way?
Not like this. She held it in this way.
You can't really swing that like a fucking weapon, though.
Unless you're going for their chin.
Yeah. But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia, sorry, okay?
No, not okay. How could you
Do you
mistake
want
the-
me to hit you on the head and see how well you testimony?
Maybe you should bring that up with the guy who brought you on as a fucking witness. How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you?
Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if you held it one way or another? You wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato cut is still a sweet potato no matter what you add to it.
Ma'am, are you high? Did they give you really good pain meds?
Oh, yes.
Had to work with worse.
He really has.
The witness probably has a point, doesn't she, Mr. Wright?
No. So the defendant attacked the witness holding the pipe backhanded. Seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose. No, if you had half a brain cell, you would find that no, it does not. This is a Phoenix Wright game, so no one has brain cells. Not even Edgeworth.
Indeed it does, Your Honor. There is no problem with this evidence after all.
Does the defense with an S agree? If I agree there are no problems with the evidence, we'll be one step away from losing this case. There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony. Could Isabella have hit Olivia holding the pipe backhanded? Prove there's a contradiction.
Objection!
Well, Miss Aldente, I'm afraid that you're in a pickle now. Phoenix, I will gut you like a fish.
I don't really see why.
Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness. What it would seem the defense with an S is prepared to prove its claim. But there is a contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Help
I can't believe Lobco joined the circus. Correct, Your Honor. Won't know until I try. The defense with an S shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion? The assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is... light injury, laceration to the back of the head, hit with long, blunt object. This one, right?
Yeah, it makes sense, because how the hell would you hit someone on the back of the head that way?
Yeah, because you made a good point. The only place that would have probably gotten hit would be the chin in, like, that ham-fisted way of holding a pipe. Like, if anything, if Isabella was holding it like that, it would be more as, like, a clinging to something rather than a, I'm going to hit you with this.
Yep.
Take that!
Miss Aldente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wound you received in the assault.
It's normal for signorinas to cover up things they don't want others to see.
That's not all. Also described the defendant as little, if you recall.
Itty bitty.
That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you.
I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine.
Let me ask you then. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head? I'd say it's impossible.
Hmm?
The fingerprints on the weapon show that the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't, it is highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Aldente's head like that. Order! I will have order! What is the defense with an S getting at?
Objection!
Even if it was highly unlikely, it cannot be proving that it was impossible.
Yes, it can.
Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon.
That is so. Does the fence with an S have any comments? You can't deny that. It's clear that Isabella did hold that pipe. Is it Maya?
She held it like this, right? Why would she do that? It'd be hard to hit anyone like this.
When she holds it like that, it looks as if... The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection!
The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe. However, that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
The fact... I know this is a Feeny Wright game, so they're probably not going to bring this up, but, like, the fact of the matter is, there should be DNA evidence that that girl, like, from that girl, like Aldente's head. Like, there should be blood, hair, skin, something.
Well, I imagine there is something, since it is being indicted as the weapon at all. But, I can't remember if that's addressed at all. Or, like, if there's something else that ends up being the actual weapon. We'll see.
I just assumed that they have a secondary weapon, because this
Probably.
one couldn't probably actually, like, hit her head.
Yeah.
Nonsense. What else would she pick up a steel pipe for?
Objection!
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea. Oh, I know why. Well then, the defense with an S may elaborate on its idea. What I say next will really turn this trial around. Defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she tried to defend herself. Well, naturally. She held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head. Stopped it?
With both hands? That's right, like this.
Please take another look at this photo. These are not the fingerprints of an assailant, but rather the fingerprints of a victim who was defending herself. Which brings us to the conclusion: Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. She was in fact a victim, desperately trying to defend herself.
This cannot be!
And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Aldente. It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah!
Order, order, order! If I cannot have order, the court will be adjourned. Be quiet, all of you. Oh, it was her. Oh no! Don't kill an eel live on stage, ma'am!
You just don't quit, do you?
Oh my god.
A lousy lawyer like you should get a chop! How about I show you my knife up close?
That's a death threat, ma'am.
Sure fucking is, especially that fucking poor fucking...
Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant.
Are you sure about that?
Dude, if I had committed a crime and I was brought in as a witness, the second I saw Phoenix Wright, I'd be like, oh, okay, guys, I'm gonna save everyone the trouble. I did it.
Yeah, like... I'm fucking done. Let's go to jail. Phoenix Wright's here. I don't want to go through this fucking chicanery in this fucking courtroom. If I had a normal fucking prosecution lawyer, it'd be different. Maybe I could do this, but no. No.
There are no fingerprints other than defendants on the weapon.
Objection!
look at the witness's outfit. Somebody's got gloves. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints.
Oh, you prickly sea urchin!
Objection!
But you cannot be sure she was wearing gloves that night.
Objection!
The witness has called this her work outfit. She must have been wearing it when she went to check supplies.
You devious lawyer, slippery as an eel. It was me because I had gloves on. Ugh, as if it was only me wearing gloves.
Why are you sweaty? Are you trying to kill an eel?
It's hot in here.
She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves.
There was that guy. The guard, he was wearing gloves too.
He wasn't. He had the chocolate fingerprints to prove that. The guard? Oh, was that the previous witness?
Oh, that's right. Gloves are part of the guard uniforms by regulation.
Except for that guy skips every regulation.
See? That guard, Johnny, he was wearing gloves that night too.
Humph. What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well. Could Johnny be the culprit? It's impossible. Johnny Smiles is not the culprit.
Why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you just say that?
No, I didn't. However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all. Nope. I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor. And I have proof. You do?
Fascinating. Let's see this proof if you really have it. Please enlighten us as to why Smiles cannot be the culprit. Provide the proof.
Take that!
Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit.
Too nicely.
I would also call him a giant douchebag. There's no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full uniform. This evidence proves he did not wear his gloves.
Wait, don't throw that filthy torch at me!
Will someone please wipe the chocolate off this evidence? No, that's the fucking evidence, cunt. No, Your Honor. With a U. This chocolate is the evidence.
What?
Can't get over that somebody animated this. Damn. So, the reason why this is also a novelty animation is because I know for a fact how they prepare eel in Japan. When you prepare eel in Japan, you put a spike through its head to keep it from doing exactly this. Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. And covered in his chocolatey fingerprints. Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night. Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit.
What? That's ridiculous! It's too silly!
I mean, this is a Phoenix Wright game, so yeah.
Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out a possibility. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous.
Objection!
The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt. And I have demonstrated that there is At the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth. She's also trying to kill something live on television.
Objection!
At the very least, Espella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal.
What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second? Prosecutor Flinch, explain to the court about this toy, this new piece of evidence.
This is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal that night.
Does he have a missing foot?
Mm-hmm.
One of its legs would appear to be missing. The poor thing.
This mishap befell PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest.
So this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Espella. She cut off its foot. She had her knife. I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this evidence.
Witness, your testimony. Excuse me, witness, you have been asked to testify. Nothing to a guild is ill. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations. I'm not used to this, to being called a liar. Ah, yes, it's only natural. Don't worry about that. It's all that slimy attorney's fault.
Why do I feel like a nail on a chopping board?
You're about to be.
Oh yeah. I'm scared.
It's fine, I'll channel you.
No! The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant.
Gladly. Oh, il nostro mar.
I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it.
Same. Whatever she said, I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court. Okay, Beanie? Like, hello? Oh boy.
I'm just realizing I could cosplay this girl very easily.
Yes.
I
Do
wouldn't
it.
need to buy a wig or anything.
I wrestled this toy back from that thief and then gave it to the police. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her fast. Its leg got ripped off, though. But there's no way I could have attacked her with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. I don't remember much about when I was hit, but I got the toy back at least.
And here I thought there would be more supernatural forces at work in this, but no, it's just a fucking idiot with gloves. Ah, I see. What a commendable attitude. Attacking a young girl who's just kind of hanging on to a stuffed toy. Going to such lengths to protect the cargo. Ah, capitalism. I'm very British.
I may not be a security guard, but I'll do what it takes for the sake of a sheep.
Probably
do
better
much-
than Johnny.
Yeah, true. Didn't do much good in the end. This PC Badger is way too damaged to be sold.
These lovely little toys are made at a workshop in London. We transport them down the River Thames, distributing them to children as we go.
That sounds fake as shit. Didn't she call them bizarro toys earlier? And now suddenly they're cute? And what about fingerprints on this toy?
It is a soft toy after all, so no usable fingerprints were found.
Humph. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Too bad he has a tag. Regardless, the court accepts it into evidence. The toy Isabella tried to steal, one leg was ripped off during her fight with Olivia. The defense, with an S, may now cross-examine the witness.
And with that, we'll end this episode right here. Thank you folks for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.